But the stuff that they're bringing out is just like a charred mess, and I'm like, there's no way that you're going to be able to restore this stuff.
Maybe it's like inventory for whatchamacallit,
insurance, perhaps.
Yeah, but it's their investigation team. They're probably going to take it and like chemical test and make sure that like nobody doused anything with gasoline or accelerants or something.
You think so?
Probably.
Welcome to Off the Cut.
Dude, I haven't touched any wood in a long time.
And that's why it's covered in plastic.
Oh, man.
Some X-rated content there.
I don't care how long it is.
Thoroughly excited.
Great for the pocketbook, bad for the environment.
Oh, I'm number 3.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad we got the explicit out of the way early.
If I'm going to put money into this, it's going to be great. And I guarantee.
Don't forget to spend your Burkle bucks.
That was super easy.
Get it? Welcome to Off the Cut, episode 222 for Wednesday, June 24th, 2026. And we're laughing because he's got this tombstone thing he just started playing, and he's back.
He's back. He didn't die. I don't know. You should have given us the tombstone to play last week.
Oh, yeah.
No, that would have been too soon. People have been like, he died? Like, you can't joke about that. You know? I'll tell you what, there's one thing we never joke about, though.
That's kmtools.com, the first sponsor to get behind this podcast. It's pretty cool. You know, Jonathan's been with us for a long time, and we always feel great about pointing you guys towards kmtools.com because he makes really high quality stuff in-house, and then he sells it on his store. Because if it's in his shop, it's in his shop. I'm actually just as the intro was playing there, I pulled up Cam Tools. So I was like, what's new? What's happening over there? Ooh. And have you guys seen his new triple point drill bits?
I saw something on Instagram for them.
Dude, I mean, just the high-speed videography alone that goes into the marketing on this page has already sold me on them. It's pretty impressive stuff. So he's got triple point drill bits that cut way cleaner than anything else you're going to find.
How has no one else come up with this? Like, it seems like it's a dead simple concept.
This is what I ask myself every time he launches a new tool. It's something that's good, high quality, that people actually need, that's well made at a reasonable price.
Yeah. He's a woodworker. He sees a problem and he comes up with a solution.
It's almost like it's by woodworkers for woodworkers. And every time you shop at kmtools.com, you get to feel good about yourself because a portion of every single sale goes to support the Cats Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund that puts tools in the hands of people who need them. And my standard segue here is, speaking of putting tools in the hands of people who need them, he also gives us $50 to give away to one lucky patron every single month. So if you want to get entered to win that, head over to patreon.com/offthecutpodcast. Sign up. You'll be automatically entered, and we will hopefully pull your name out of a hat next month.
Yeah.
If you're looking to get your name pulled out of another hat, perhaps from our good friend.
That's good. That's good.
Like that? I was on the fly. Perhaps from our friend Bill Burkle over at WTB Woodworking for, let's say you were like, I don't know, I really need a 1.5 horsepower, 2-micron canister jet dust collector. Well,
who doesn't?
If you're thinking that, you should do yourself a favor. Go over to WTBwoodworking.com/giveaway. Tell them that the boys from Off the Cut Podcast sent you. Because from May 25th through July 24th, you can enter to win that said 1.5 horsepower, 2-micron canister kit jet dust collector that is a $989 value. No purchase necessary.
Honestly, if you're listening to this podcast, we tell you about all of Bill's giveaways.
Right.
You just go enter. Like, it's he already says that our audience has one of the highest conversion rates for people entering into this contest, which I'm very proud of. But like, honestly, he runs these awesome giveaways. He does them for months at a time, so you have no excuse not to just go enter your name.
Yeah, it's not like one of these giveaways where they're like, enter to win every DeWalt tool ever made, all you have to do is spend $15,000 on my website and every dollar is an entry. It's like, no, Bill's just like, listen, just come to my website, enter your name in. It's yours.
$1,000. And it's not the opposite end of the spectrum either, where it's like enter to win a 10% discount code on my store website.
Right.
Or my website store. Yeah.
Giving away a Jet Desk Collector. But listen, the fun doesn't stop there. Bill's got everything you need at WTB Woodworking. Tools, supplies, lumber, slab, sheet goods, you name it, he's got it. And right now, June 17th through July 6th, you can save big on a new Shaper Origin package. Listen to this. Purchase the Origin and 2 core accessories like the workstation, plate, bench pilot, whatever, and save up to $775.
Do you know that they have a Shaper branded ultrasonic cleaner?
I did know.
I'm just looking on Bill's website right now. I wonder if that can. Sick.
And that it doesn't stop. Also, Bill's got a summer cast iron credit promotion from SawStop. So you purchase any new SawStop cast iron table saw in store through July 31st, and you can receive a SawStop online store credit of up to $450. Get all kinds of accessories.
Impressive. I like it.
And if you're in store, 10% off all wood turning blanks, 10% off all boards, and 50% off all slabs. So go to WTBwoodworking.com or visit them in store at 390 Pike Road, Huntingdon Valley, PA. And huge shout out to Bill and Jonathan for supporting this hot mess of a podcast.
Yes, sir. Well, should we address the elephant in the room?
I didn't gain that.
The plant behind Eric?
No, that's been there for a couple weeks. No, the tombstone at the beginning of the show.
Oh, yes. Yes. A little morbid humor on my behalf. No, I survived. I'm here. I'm back.
In good health, feeling fresh and ready to jump into this podcast?
Ready for the podcast, yes.
Did the doctor clear you for podcast action?
For podcasting, yes, as long as I don't have to lift anything over 20 pounds and my microphone is
on a boom arm.
Yeah, on a boom arm, so I'm good there.
Has that been hard, not being able to lift anything over? I mean, I'm supposed to be taking it easy, but I can't get any shop time in or anything like that.
Yes, that's probably been the thing that, like at first, like the first couple of days, you're like, oh, this is nice. I'm just going to like kick back and watch some TV, catch up on some movies or whatever. And then it's been, so Tuesday night of last week, I went into the ER. So it's been just over a week. And now I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, okay, there's things that I have that I was in the middle of whenever all that happened.
Yeah.
And now there's other things that need to be, like I called up somebody on Monday, service to come out and like mow the lawn for the next couple months. So I got that set up and just things that I can't do. And then my wife has been having to step in and do basically both of our things. And she won't let me do a lot of things. So yeah, it's been kind of, you getting to the point where you're getting a little stir crazy, a little itchy for sure. Like,
yeah.
I'm ready to get out there and do something.
It's like that day that you're sick as a kid. You're like home from school and you're like, all right, I'm going to watch Arthur and Jerry Springer. And then day 2, you're like, I got to get out of here, man.
Yeah. I'm ready to go back to school, Mom. Please.
Nope. You're sick. Lay in bed. Yeah. Yep.
No.
Yeah.
I've always imagined, I've never actually had a scenario where, actually that's not true. I was once injured to the point where the doctor was like, you need to take it easy for the next little bit. I did not.
No.
I was, I was like, okay, if I do anything and it hurts, then I'll stop. But,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to push it to the point where I can't anymore. Yeah. I got 6 weeks, so we'll see. But like so for those who don't know, what happened was I have a hernia or I had one, or I guess I still do. I don't know. And, part of my small intestine had worked its way out of the hernia or into it. And, 10 years ago, I had it repaired with like a mesh. So they lay a mesh down and they're supposed to like cinch everything back up.
I've heard of this, yeah.
Maybe a year after, the mesh gave way and the hernia came out again, and I've just lived with it. And so a section of my small intestine had worked its way up and had actually grown into the mesh as well. And so it had become what they call incarcerated, which means it was like basically being cut off, and nothing was passing through. Yeah. And so I was throwing up and feeling nauseous the night before, and the next day couldn't really eat anything. And so my wife took me to the ER, and they did some CT scans or an MRI and x-rays and stuff, and they saw what was going on. And they're like, yeah, okay, so you need to have the surgery again, because we need to get in there and straighten things out. And so at first I thought, it's not like I could make it. I could be okay not having the surgery right away. My thoughts being, this is a general surgeon in an ER versus me going and finding a specialist, somebody that does this on the regular, has a lot of experience with it, and if they get in there, they're going to know what to do. More so than I would assume a general surgeon. And so at first I was like, well, let me, what's, the pros and cons of leaving now, blah, blah, blah. And they kind of walked through everything for me. And I was like, okay, I was talking my wife into, let's find a general or a specialist and talk to them and get it done. And whenever they can, we talked to a specialist, and they said, it can be done within probably a week of your first appointment. We can have you in on Friday. So it was going to be like, I would have been getting it done probably tomorrow or the next day. And my wife was on board with it reluctantly, and so I was going to walk out of the ER and do that, and I coughed. And whenever I coughed, it was so painful that I was like, no, let's go ahead and do the emergency surgery now. God. And so we called the nurse back in, and we were like, yeah, we'll go ahead and do the emergency surgery now. And all that took, like, the phone call and everything took place within like 20 minutes maybe after talking to the general surgeon. And then I talked to the general surgeon again, and I had a very good feeling. Like, I just, you talk to somebody that knows what they're doing, and it's different than talking to somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Like, whenever you talk to somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, and it's the first time you talk to somebody about the subject, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's interesting. Makes sense and everything. But then if you talk to a few more people about it and you learn a little bit more about it, in retrospect, you're like, oh, that person didn't really have that much experience. They were just really good about talking about it. Yeah. And then looking back on the last surgeon I had, I kind of get that feeling. And then that they were also a lot younger, and I feel like they were less experienced. And then this guy, I'm talking to him, and he's like talking about, I've had people in here that have had, like, the guy came in a couple years ago, a propeller tore right through his abdomen. We were able to, repair all that, no problem. And then he went off and did cosmetic surgery to make it all look good and everything. And it's like, okay, so
wow,
you've seen some stuff and dealt with some things. So
you got a guy
a little
now.
better about it. Yeah. So we went in with that, and it, like I said, they went in and so normally the first time I had it done, they did it with a robot. And they made like 3 small holes on my right side.
Is that laparoscopic?
So then they go in with the robot and they do all the work. Whenever they do that, though, they kind of inflate the area with air to make it to where they can see what they're doing.
You look like Violet Beauregard.
Kind of, yeah. And afterwards, I was in pain I was on my back for probably a week afterwards. It was 2 days to be discharged because I had to do like a lap around the hospital, walking on my own. And it was just a lot more pain. And then whenever we were talking to the general surgeon about this one, he was like, yeah, the way I'm going to have to do it because we don't have the setup necessarily to do the laparoscopic. We're in an ER. I'm going to do an incision just straight above the belly button. So it's like a almost 4-inch incision above my belly button that they did. And then they go in and they repair everything. And he talked through, we're going to go in and we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And if we see this, here's what we're going to do. And if we see that, here's what we're going to do. And then here's how we're going to address this situation and this concern and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, but I'm going to warn you right now, this is probably going to hurt about 10 times more, and the recovery is going to be worse than the last one. I was like, oh, okay, so fine. And I just remember after the last one, they did a catheter, and that hurt like hell for like 2 days afterwards. So I was reluctant because of that, but afterwards, I did not have pain. I went home within 4 hours of waking up from the surgery. Like, it was quick. And I was walking around, no problem. Eating, no problem. Like I said, the only restriction I have is the 20-pound limit. I don't feel as much. I don't feel pain like I did before. There's a little discomfort. There's some itchiness. Do have the scar, but I don't care about the scar. That's not a deal breaker to me, right? Look like I took a propeller. Right.
That is nuts, though.
Yeah. But they fixed everything. He said he went in and like they didn't remove the old mesh because it's kind of grown in, and they'd have to cut away too much tissue and it'd be too damaging. So they just laid it back out, put it back in place, put the new one in place, like a way bigger one. And he's talking about the way he stitched it. He's like 8 points of contact and then sutured up like a star, so it closes up nice and good. And then he said he went through and like every layer on the way back out would suture that closed. All the way back out. So I feel like that's way more than the first surgeon did. I feel like the first surgeon just went in and put in the mesh and then closed me up. And that's why it popped back out again so fast.
Isn't it why? Like, okay, so you've had effectively the same surgery twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And had wildly different care plans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And execution of that. Like, isn't that wild, though?
It is. It is.
How long apart?
Practice of medicine.
How long was the first one?
About 10 years ago, I did the first one.
I wonder
and
if the
then
technology
it gave out after about a year. It has. I know that the mesh that they used back then, they don't use anymore. They found it to be very problematic. As a matter of fact, I was being met with a lot of like, I got a lot of letters in the mail from class action lawsuits about that specific style of mesh.
Interesting.
And, so they stopped using that one, and they now use a different one. Okay. I don't know what the difference is, but yeah. I'm looking forward to what this will be like in 10 years.
Yeah.
He did warn me that like I've only probably got like one more attempt at this before they have to go really radical with the way they approach it, because you can only suture things up so much in that whatever layer splits open to allow for the hernia, it never repairs. Like, it never heals back together. Right. So it'll always be like, I'll always rely on the mesh now to hold it together.
Well, you're saying like abdominal wall won't repair itself?
Yeah. The layer that separates the abdominal wall, I guess, from like your intestines and everything.
Really?
It never heals once it gives out.
So I'm speaking completely out of pocket. I'm obviously not knowledgeable about this whatsoever. What about a C-section when you're giving birth?
I think that, I don't know.
What do you mean?
Does your abdominal wall not repair from that incision?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, maybe it's something about I don't know. Like, why does a hernia even start in the first place, right?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you that.
My understanding of the hernia was it was when like the musculature in your abdominal wall wasn't strong enough to hold in the pressure, typically from someone bracing on something. Yeah. Like you're trying to pick something up,
lift something too heavy,
and your core braces, and I think it's the internal pressure from your intestines push on your abdominal wall, and that was my understanding, but I could certainly be wrong.
That's about it. But it can happen anywhere too. Like, I have ones on my inner thighs that are really small, but they're there.
Interesting.
And you can get them in a variety of places. Like, it's not just your abdomen.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was solely on the torso and the abdomen.
Yeah.
Hmm. Wow. You can get them like on your arms and stuff too. It's just like anywhere there's like, I guess like a layer. There's like a specific layer that'll give out.
Yeah. We would always joke about that on construction sites. You're lifting
you're gonna give yourself
heavy.
a hernia.
You're gonna give me a hernia.
Yeah.
Just remember, jerk quickly and violently lift your back. Do not put your legs in.
Yeah.
Always lift with your back.
Yes.
So I have a theory now that at some point in my past life, I must have been like impaled by something, and it affected my stomach and my back because I am just repeating that injury again.
Not a bad theory. Not a bad theory. I used to work with a guy who was like young, like 21, 22, something like that, and he had a hernia.
Oh yeah,
I always kind of assumed it was like something that happened a little bit as you got older, but
yeah.
When muscular development goes down,
yeah.
that was my understanding as well. But
Oh, interesting.
Apparently, it happens a lot with women after giving birth, like carrying kids. And that may have had something to do with mine because it was right after we had our kids is whenever I got mine.
I thought you were going to say, because I just gave birth. I was like, congratulations, Deric.
Although that can lead to them too, yeah.
My God, dude, that's scary though. So like, what was it the other day? Excuse me.
You're dying.
I'm
gonna have to give you that tombstone.
I was gonna
next week.
say I've been dying the last like week, but I got nothing on Deric.
Is it smoke inhalation from your neighbor's house burning down?
No, Jesus, dude, it still smells bad though.
I bet.
Wow.
I bet.
When it's windy, you can still smell it.
Like burnt plastic.
Yeah, we do. We have a small update on that, but
Ooh.
what was it? I've completely lost my train of
Sorry,
thought.
I interrupted you.
No, it's good. It's not that. Oh, so Deric texted us earlier this week, and he's, or was it last week? He was like,
Last week.
"Hey, I got to get emergency surgery.
Yeah.
I'm good though."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm glad that you followed up with like I'm good though,"
Yeah.
because like 'cause Zach and I were talking later in the day because I was helping him with some stuff, and we were both just like, man, I'm glad he said he was good because I don't want to like push and be like, dude, are you all right? Like, what happened? What's going on? I was like,
Yeah, and you also did you didn't say, so I was like, I'm not going to ask because maybe he's not saying because he doesn't want to say, but it definitely.
No, still waiting for details and stuff.
Yeah, okay, I see. Definitely led to some speculation.
Yeah.
And I figured it'd be like a longer conversation to best be had.
For sure.
Face to face.
Yeah, that's fair. It wasn't like he took a blue chew and then it had been 6 hours and you're like, I gotta go to the doctor. My God. Oh. But dude, I'm glad that you're recovering all right. Everything's going okay. But I mean, that's scary stuff. Like,
Yeah, it's definitely very scary. I mean, anytime you have to go to the hospital, it's not a good
Yeah.
time.
Now, when you were in the hospital, did you get to eavesdrop on any really interesting conversations or situations that people were in? Always my favorite.
Not well, I guess whenever I was in pre-op, there was, because like I had like a private room, and so I'm just left to my own devices. And but whenever I was in pre-op, it's kind of like a hallway of little like I don't know, spaces, for lack of a better term, cordoned off with curtains.
It's like a voting booth.
Yeah, but with a bed in it. You can kind of hear everything that's going on around you. And there's this poor old lady who was being admitted across from me, and they were asking her things like, they asked her, she's like, the nurse or doctor comes in, she's like, okay, so I see that you're in here because you've broken your hip. Do you have, how did this happen? Did you fall down some stairs or were you driving in an accident? Tell me about it. And the lady's like, I don't know. I just woke up and my hip was broken. No. And the doctor's like, that's not how that works. Something had to have happened.
Oh, do you think it was like the domestic violence?
I don't know. Like, she was like, I don't know what happened. I just woke up. My hip hurt. I was in pain. And she's like talking about how she started screaming and calling out for somebody because she was home alone, and the window was open and somebody came to her gate and was like, I've called the emergency services. They'll be here in a few minutes, and then just walked away and left her.
Did she get assaulted? What happened?
We have no idea. That was about all I got. And then they took me away. But yeah, it was like this poor old lady, like she's in here by herself, and they were asking her, is there anybody we can call? And she's like, well, my daughter is over in 2 towns over, and We could try calling her, but she never answers her phone, and she only text messages and everything, and so we probably won't be able to get a hold of her. And it's just like, wow, this is the state that we live in. But yeah, like I get that. Like if I started getting random phone calls on my phone, I'm probably not going to answer it. Like I don't answer the phone unless I know who it is. But
no, I mean I'm the same way.
Yeah.
The worst part about going into like the ER or a doctor for something like this, though, is everybody comes in, looks at your chart, and so sees exactly what you're in here for, and then they go, "So what happened?" And you've told this story probably about 6 dozen times now, and every time you tell it, it gets more and more succinct because you're tired of telling the story.
Yes,
but you also were like, I mean, I'm sure there's some things in here that are of critical detail.
Yeah. It's all in my chart. Like it's there. It was funny is they had like whenever they asked about like the previous hernia surgery, because they were like, "Have you had this repaired before?" I was like, "Yes, I've had it repaired before." And the lady's looking through my chart. She's like, "Oh yeah, I see right here. Back in 2016, you had it done at this place and everything." And it's like, so you do have that information there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. Next time anything happens to me, I'm going to bring a printer with me and I'm going to type out.
Right.
I'm going to type out the entire story. I'm going to print it out, and then I'm just going to hand copies of it to people whenever they walk into the room.
I feel like they could do some serious like efficiency improvements in the hospitals. Like
I wonder
you walk in and you hand them your ID and your insurance card right away, and they take those, they scan them in, and then they hand you forms to go sit down and fill out that ask for all that same information.
I know.
How come they don't have a program that automatically populates it on all the forms and prints it off for you?
I wonder if there's some
information
method to that madness. Like, I wonder if they do that intentionally.
Just to keep you busy.
Maybe keep people, but maybe that's part of it. Maybe it's like, it also like, if there's anybody there who's like just trying to get like drugs out of the system or something like that, maybe it weeds them out if there's like big, I don't know, differences between the two. Or somebody's in there with like somebody else's ID trying to use their health insurance or something.
I don't know if you've known a lot of addicts, but I don't think paperwork's going to stand in the way of them. The ones that I've known, though, they will crawl over broken glass to get what they want.
Yeah. But it might like trip them up, you know, if you like you have to write down your name twice, your address twice, they might be like, oh, your intake form doesn't match what your insurance card says.
Maybe.
Or when they hand that to you, just be like, oh, all that information is on my ID that you have.
Yeah. I know, like, I don't put my social security on there whenever it asks for it.
No.
And I've never had them balk at it. So.
Yes. Basically, anytime I've ever been asked for my social insurance number and I've not given it, everybody's always been like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. But there's so many forms where it's on there, and it's like, what are we doing?
Why do companies even want the liability of having your...
Because it's not a liability.
Huh?
It's not a liability. If something happens, then they're just like, we'll release a press statement, like, whatever.
At the very least, it looks bad on them if they leak your social insurance number.
Yeah, but it happens so often now that people are like, it's another leak, whatever.
Here's my question. I don't know what it is in Canada, but in the States, it's an 8-digit number.
Yeah.
9 in Canada.
Why does my debit card have more numbers and a higher level of security than my social security number?
There's 8 digits?
Yeah, ours is 8 digits.
It's 9.
Is it
3, 2, 4?
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say
you're right.
There's 300, 400 million people in the U.S. That's why 8 wouldn't even be enough numbers to cover everybody.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It is 9, isn't it?
Yeah. But that's going to run out soon. Like, there's dead people with social insurance numbers, right?
I think
they recycle them. I think they do.
Oh, do they
recycle them? They have to.
Yeah.
They'd have to. This has been going on since, what, the 30s, whenever they introduced Social Security?
Something like that.
Yeah, I keep saying social insurance number because that's what we call it.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Oh,
it's that one magic number you get from the government, and you're not really sure why you need it.
And then they print it on tissue paper and hand it to you and say, don't laminate it, don't write on it, but protect it.
Yeah, why don't they give it to you in an ID form, like your driver's license?
Right, something a little more substantial.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. It's terrible.
No idea.
Inefficient systems.
Yeah.
We're built
I tell you
on them.
what doesn't make sense is what's going on at this house. behind me.
Okay, you got an update for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody.
also
I'm
about the
sorry
burned down
at home
neighborhoods.
if I'm nasally. It is what it is. I'm
That's
working
okay.
through it. So there have been all kinds of people coming in and out of there with clipboards and stuff. And the newest thing the past few days is there's this company, and I've heard of it, but I never knew what it was, called Serve Pro.
Oh yeah.
I think they're like a flood and like fire like restoration service.
Yeah. It's a
Okay.
national company.
Oh, it looks like they might be in Canada too. I just looked them up.
I texted you guys the pictures of this place. This place is smoked.
Yeah, for all the people at home, it's like pretty much the front half of the building is just completely black.
Completely
Yeah,
black, like
gone.
just some like
Yeah.
charred studs. There's no ceiling. There's no roof. Like this house, it's done. And so they've been in there every day from like 6 a.m. until like 6 p.m.
Oh, they're trying to figure out what happened.
I don't know. But they're taking everything out of the house, and they have all these different like boxes, the different colored boxes and bags and all this kind of stuff.
Interesting.
But the stuff that they're bringing out is just like a charred mess, and I'm like, there's no way that you're going to be able to restore this stuff.
Maybe it's like inventory
to-
for whatchamacallit, insurance.
Insurance, perhaps.
Yeah, but it's their investigation team. They're probably going to take it and like chemical test and make sure that like nobody doused anything with gasoline or accelerants or
You
something.
think so?
Probably.
Oh, that's got okay. I got to take notes here for when I fake burning down my house.
So you think it's part of like the arson investigation?
I'm sure, or the insurance company. You know, somebody's trying to figure out who's at fault and who's going to have to pay for this whole situation.
What would be the best way to fake burning down your house?
It's cook food.
Stage an
poorly.
accident. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, if you have a cooking accident and you like spill cooking oil and it catches on fire, do you still get an insurance payout, or is that your fault?
So this is what we were discussing. I mean, if we discussed a few times, if you you catch your house on fire doing something that's inherently your fault,
Yeah.
they pay out. But car insurance pays out. Like if you back into a pole, the pole didn't run into
True.
you.
But what if you're just driving down the highway and you hard right turn into the ditch?
I don't see how that's any different from me running into a pole.
I don't either. Yeah, that's true.
I think as long as it's not done with intent and you can prove that, or the
Yeah.
assumption is that and they can't prove otherwise, they
Yeah.
pay out because it's
I
an
mean,
accident.
This is what's known in the business as insurance fraud. And my wife used to work for an insurance company back in the day, and they would have just rings of people that would get car insurance claims habitually, and basically just like full loss, somebody stole my car. And
Yeah.
basically they'd get a car and then have someone they know steal it,
Feel it.
Yeah.
take the insurance payout, and it was a whole crime ring. It's rampant.
Back in the day, I had my motorcycle stolen and did an insurance claim on it. Eventually got paid. Took me like 6 months to get paid on it.
Yeah.
But one interesting thing happened was they sent a private investigator to kind of like snoop me out, I guess. Because I remember being at work and I rode my motorcycle to work, and somebody who I worked with was like, "Hey, there's a dude outside with a clipboard, like taking photos of your motorcycle." So, yeah. Why bother investigating if,
I mean, how much was the motorcycle? Like $6,000?
something like that? Maybe even less, maybe $5,000.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The insurance companies will spend $5 to get 50 cents back. So
Oh yeah.
True.
Why wouldn't you? You got to. But it's some wild stuff. But then, so I'm on a daily trying to figure out what the hell is going down with the house that burnt down. And the two houses next to it, the ones that they're siding, got absolutely torched, right?
Oh,
It
yeah.
like just melted down, looked like pasta. So yesterday they ripped off the siding and had to replace the sheathing, and then they're putting up like the Tyvek wrap and stuff like that. I kid you not, I've never seen this before. they're up on the peak of the roof, and instead of putting a ladder to, like, you put the Tyvek stuff, you staple it up and
sure.
whatnot. The guy is leaning over the peak of the roof, so you have your A going this way. The guy is leaning this, like, over the flat side.
So again, to help me picture the scenario, his belly is on the peak of the roof.
Yes.
And his legs are splayed out on either side, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
perfect.
he's laying on top of the peak of the roof, leaning down and like hammering the Tyvek in. Needs to go further. I'm watching this whole thing. And this buddy that's with him with the roof, I kid you not, grabs his ankles and he is suspended upside down while he's using the little slap hammer to hammer in the Tyvek. What the hell are you doing?
People like to talk and they say, oh, police work's so dangerous. Being a firefighter is dangerous. Most dangerous job on the planet is working in construction.
Never been dangled off the side of a building by your ankles while you tried to hammer something down.
I'm sure the thought was, well, I could go down the roof, go down the ladder, reposition the ladder, go up the ladder, go up there to get like a couple staples in, or turn around and ask my buddy to hang me by my ankles over the roof. A couple taps, Bob's your uncle, right?
Yep.
I mean,
it's, end of
simple
the day
decision.
on a Wednesday night, you're like, I just want to get this Tyvek done so I can go home.
Yeah. Do you think they're, I don't know. I think there's a conspiracy in there. I think that there are people that are doing all this dangerous stuff on construction sites hoping to get paid out for workers' comp.
I mean, maybe, but that's a dangerous line. You want to, like, fall off a ladder 4 feet off the ground and twist your ankle. You don't want to fall off the peak of a roof 3 stories in the air.
Snap your neck.
Yeah,
You don't be 35 feet up in the air and break your femur.
Yeah.
That'd be an issue.
Yeah.
Well, hey, speaking of conspiracies, we were kind of talking about this before the show started. One of my new hobbies is whenever I hear something that's too good to be true, I love figuring out how it works.
Yes.
So,
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
one of the new ones that I'm sure you guys are aware of are these apps, right? Hey, come play solitaire or come play whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll pay you to play solitaire.
I've even seen
those.
other YouTubers advertising these.
I get paid to play games.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And so naturally I'm like, listen, I'm not an idiot. I know that's too good to be true. So I dig into exactly how these work. Do you guys know how they work?
No, I'm curious.
Okay.
Information farming?
Yes. So you download the app, you start playing solitaire or whatever, you get a game in or whatever, and then after each game, they'll show you ads.
Okay.
And then if you want to keep playing, well, you have to finish so many ads, right?
Right. Okay, yeah.
So what they're basically doing is they're going to advertisers and saying, hey, give me $10 and I can show your ad to X amount of people. They can't skip it. They have to watch it, right? So they're fairly engaged viewers on the ad. And then what the app company then does is like, great, all right, I got $10 for all these viewers.
I'm going to split the revenue with you.
They're going to split the revenue. So they'll give you like 3% or whatever.
How much is it worth? Like, how much is one watched ad worth, though?
Right.
You know what I mean?
How much is
sure
one
they can-
paid watch ad worth?
Yeah.
I'm sure they convert these to like some like point or coin mechanism.
For sure. Like, I understand the company's angle. If they can get 1 million people signed up, they can play 1 million ads and then they can split, that maybe that amounts to some amount of money. But for the people actually playing the game, it's like, wait, you sit there, you watch 10 ads. What's that? Like a fraction of a penny?
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, let's real numbers. Let's talk on YouTube, right? 1,000 views, you usually make what?
10, $20, something like
that.
In terms of RPM, and then our split's even lower than that, right?
Yeah, so we usually make like $8 to $10 for every 1,000 views that you get on a video, roughly, give or take.
Yeah, full length video.
Yeah. So with that logic, I would have to watch 1,000 ads, to get $8.
That's a lot of solitaire.
What are we doing, right? That's what I'm saying. And like, there has to be something more. They also have to be collecting information on you, or
for sure,
maybe these advertisers are paying a significantly higher rate because they're non-skippable ads.
Could be.
But have you guys seen any examples of like things like this where like it's too good to be true and you're like, I have to investigate how this works, or like the underbelly of this?
Anything you see on regular television is a commercial break.
You think they're all to be true?
It's all pretty scammy out there.
I haven't watched conventional TV in a long time.
Sit in a hospital for 48 hours.
Yeah, true. Good point.
But no, everything on regular TV is sports betting.
Yeah.
Prescription. Sports betting for sure.
A lot of prescription and like medical type stuff. A lot of insurance type stuff. A lot of class action lawsuit type stuff.
How does it? Okay, that's a good one. How does a class action? I guess they get to deduct all their advertising expenses from the pot. The settlement pot?
Yeah, you're probably right.
How that works?
And they probably have an in-house agency that creates them, and then they get to charge themselves for.
Yeah.
And then they run them.
When you guys get those things in the mail or whatever, or email that's for a class action lawsuit, do you fill them out, or are you like, it's not even worth my time to get $3?
I don't feel like it's worth my time.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's worth my time.
My wife fills them out. She does them all, and she's like, I get like little checks here and there, like $5, $10 every once in a while, maybe 15. And it's like, I don't know, it's just not worth it to me.
Yeah. When I was younger, that would have moved the needle for me, but I feel like these days it's like, I don't really care about $10.
Right.
And especially because it's always like, you fill out the form, and then I'm sure you have to follow up. There's, it's not just a one-time thing.
The ones I've gotten are for like, you invested in this stock, and now there's a class action lawsuit about people that invested in the stock between this time and this time. And I'm like, I invested in the stock. I kind of knew what the risk was going into it. I don't feel justified taking place in this class action lawsuit.
Oh, yeah.
It feels scammy to me, or like opportunistic, but I get it. Like there's like legal avenues and everything, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of contributing to unnecessary lawsuits. So I opt out.
That's a perspective I hadn't really considered before.
Like when people are like, I got burnt by McDonald's coffee. It was too hot. It's like, you ordered a hot beverage.
Hot coffee, right?
Okay, wait. Hold on. Because that one's one that comes up pretty often, but it's not as outrageous as it seems on its face.
It wasn't the temperature of the coffee was like insane.
The woman suffered third-degree burns all over her lap from the spilled coffee. It was
that's not just like you got the coffee out of the machine and you literally just doused it on yourself. You would not be getting that level of burn from a coffee.
No, I'm pretty sure I could take the coffee fresh out of my coffee maker, pour it on my chest, and it'd be like hot, but not.
You might get a little toasty, a little burn.
Yeah, let's see.
Get a little pink from it.
McDonald's coffee lawsuit temperature. 190 degrees.
That's
and like,
up.
what's a regular coffee they serve you at? Like 115?
I wonder. Yeah, let's see.
Is that 190 Celsius or Fahrenheit?
190 Fahrenheit.
Okay.
88 degrees Celsius. Okay, that doesn't sound that hot, but
yeah, because the normal one's like 165 or something like that.
Yeah. Was 165? Okay, what's the normal
for like a piping hot standard cup of coffee? I think it's like one. Like what does a Keurig brew it at? Let's say.
Oh.
Typically served at 150 to 185. Okay. Yeah.
So what's hotter? But see, in high school, I remember my sister would go and get a coffee before school, and she would always order it extra hot.
Yeah.
So that she could look cool carrying around a Starbucks cup through the hallways and have it still be warm.
How do they make it extra hot? They just microwave it?
Dude,
Good question.
You're asking the wrong guy. That's some high level physics. I think it's friction usually. Friction, where they pressurize it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's wild stuff. But so I got this other email that was, I wonder if I still have it. I don't think I do. And it was along the lines of like, hey, I'm going to cut the BS, going to get straight to it, right? And here it is. This is from Jake Kelly. Hi, Eric. Hopefully I have the right email. Let me cut through the BS in your inbox because I'm Irish and that's how we roll. All right. I run an email and SMS agency, and we guarantee to add $3,000 a day in revenue over the next 90 days, or you don't pay. No risk whatsoever. I could bore you and tell you how good we are, but I don't want to waste your time. See the links below to research me, or if you want to dive straight to it and let me show you what we can do, we can schedule a chat in the next few days. And obviously, this claim is way too good to be true because everybody's thinking $3,000 a day in revenue. Why would I not do that?
What do you got to lose?
I only pay if I make money? Okay, I'm in. I'm not arrogant. I'm not that stupid. Like, obviously, I got to know what it is, but I can't figure it out.
Oh, okay. So there's one that I get that is money involved too. But we'll circle back to that.
Yeah. So tell me about that. I'm gonna type this one into Chat GPT and see if it can figure it out. So I want to hear yours while it's thinking.
Oh, good call using the Chat GPT.
Yeah,
okay.
that's good. No, I get ones all the time. I get emails, I get phone calls, and they're like, we can help your business, or it's always something along the lines of, are you struggling to come up with capital for the jobs that you have right now? Contact us and we can get you up to like, it's a very specific number. It's always almost the same number. It seems like it's always like $268,342 or something very specific like that. But we can get that to you in 24 hours into your bank, ready to go, ready to serve your customers and hire up staff and so on and so forth. And it's like, you're just going to like wire me $250 some odd $1,000 like that? Like, I feel like there's more to it. And then, if you went into it, you're going to be into some stuff that you maybe don't want to be involved in, or on the hook in a way that you don't want to be, like those old cash payday advance loans where it was like 400% interest after like a week or something like that.
Right. Yeah, I wonder.
But it's such a large amount of money.
I don't think the money actually ever hits your bank account.
You don't think so?
No,
so it's more like they're fishing for your information.
Maybe, yeah. Or fishing for your bank account info. Like, hey, we need your online banking password before we can send you the money.
That's true, because you'd have to give them your, at the very least, your, what is it, the number, your routing number and everything. So they could do the bank transfer.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Or maybe I just don't pay attention to that one as much. But
that seems to be the only one I get.
I don't know if I've ever got that one before.
But I think it's because I have an actual like LLC. Maybe registered as a carpentry. So
yeah, that makes sense.
So I entered this email into Chat GPT and I was like, basically, tell me like what's the catch? Why this is too good to be true? And it said, this is classic high pressure cold pitch with a guarantee that sounds way better than it is. Okay. Here is how this usually works. They lead with a huge specific promise like $3,000 a day in additional revenue. That was designed to make you think, hey, even if they're half right, it's worth a call. But for your store, that would mean roughly $270,000 in extra revenue over the next 90 days.
Yeah.
which is an insane claim unless they deeply, deeply understand your traffic margins, email list size, conversion rates, offers, products, everything like that. So they say where this comes in is they define added revenue extremely loosely.
Okay.
So if they send emails to people who are already going to buy, they may claim credit for that revenue.
Okay.
They also use attribution windows, where if the customer clicks an email, buys later, and now the agency claims the sale is because of them. But what the biggest thing is that they are going to require an insane amount of ad spend, product discount, SMS fees, platform fees, setup fees that are not covered by the guarantee. The guarantee performance, basically they only guarantee performance after you meet insane conditions.
Okay.
Like giving them full access, running all of your campaigns, approving every single discount, and spending hundreds and thousands, potentially millions on ad spend.
Okay.
None of which counts.
Right. Okay. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Basically what they're saying is you spend $10 million on paid ads.
Yeah.
I guarantee you we can fine tune those enough to make you $3,000 a day.
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. And by the way, we're going to take a commission on all those ads we're running.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is what I mean. It's like there are all these things that to the lay person, or, I was that person before, where somebody's like, hey, I can do this. And you're thinking, how has no one else gotten this offer before? This is incredible. Yeah. I got to get in on this.
I have such a strong sense of too good to be true. As soon as somebody comes to me with like any specific number or anything like that, I'm like, especially if they don't understand my business at all, like just like a cold email, and they're like, I will increase sales by X number. It's like, how would you ever know that?
Or, Zach, I can do all of your YouTube thumbnails. I guarantee the click-through rate's double.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Double what? You don't know what my click-through rate is.
Yes, exactly.
I'm with John here in the comments. I assume every email I get is a scam.
Oh, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I always want to know, like, I kind of want to talk to these people and go down the rabbit hole just out of my curiosity of, like,
if I had unlimited time, I 100% would do that.
Just to, like, educate people on how all this crap works, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because inherently, people are always out there. It's never going to stop. There are always going to be people out there just trying to scam you for a quick buck.
Yes.
Right?
I just wish I didn't have to deal with them. I wish there was a way to just shut it down. Don't bother me. Like, I'm not going to fall for it. Don't bother me.
I've gotten to the point now where once I find I get like the same email that has like the same general thing, I've actually built rules in Gmail where, like, if an email comes in and it has like these few words in it, and it also has this and this and this, just instantly delete it.
Huh.
It takes a little setup on the beginning, but as you get further, policy. It catches more and more and more.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just makes my inbox so much nicer. I have a policy. If the email starts with "Hello, dear," deleted.
Obviously.
Instantly deleted. Yeah. Not doing it. But I do. Dadu said, call any shady call center and you'll get them immediately on the line. It made me think, like, next time a solicitor comes to my house, I'm considering just, like, seeing how long they'll stay. If I just am like, oh, you wouldn't believe the day I had.
I had a caller, like, with the call center people called me up about, and like, I've been answering my phone this week because I'm like, I don't know if it's the hospital or not. If it's a local number, I'm going to answer the phone.
Yeah.
So I got like a spam call earlier today. And as soon as I pick it up, she's like, hey, is this Deric Jennings? I'm like, yes, this is what it's in regards to. And she's like, hi, I'm so-and-so with such and such insurance, whatever. And I was like, crap. And she's like, do you have any consolidated credit or anything? And then when I answered the phone, I was kind of a little tired, so I sounded a little tired in my voice. And so then I just started talking about the squirrels out the window and what they were doing, and asked her if she knew who they were. Like, had she seen Jerry? Jerry has been missing. Jerry used to come by. He was a squirrel. And after a couple of rounds, she was like, and then hung up. Like, I could hear her audibly gasp, and then she hung up on me.
That's incredible.
There you go.
How good did it feel?
I was annoyed that she hung up on me, honestly.
Yeah.
I was getting into a rhythm.
Yeah.
I feel like eventually you'd run out of things to say, and I'd be like, hold on, I got to pull up ChatGPT and figure this all out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have ChatGPT write you a script to keep the telemarketers on the line for as long as possible.
See, I think what you do is you answer the phone, and whenever as soon as you get the whiff that it's a telemarketer, you slip into senile old man, because then it doesn't matter what you're talking about.
I like it.
You can slip in between conversations, and
why is the orange next to the purple?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter.
Family made since 1882. No one lives that long.
I just like how she called me up and I wasted her time, and she was annoyed by it.
Yeah.
I still want to do the Seinfeld thing. I'll tell you what. You give me your address. I'll swing by your place tonight. We can talk about this. No, you don't like people bothering at your home? Neither do I. Oh, man. Well, we got off the rails in this one. You guys been up to anything this week?
Before we move on, I'm gonna hit you guys with a for the record from last week.
Oh,
and a viewer comment that we got.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
So, for the record, Texas has outlawed the owning of big cats like lions, cheetahs, lynxes, etc. However, there are plenty of rescues that adopt and take care of these animals as they're found. In fact, there's one in my backyard, but probably about 2 miles away from me, there's a big cat rescue that we go to every once in a while, and they have a bunch of like tigers and lions and other big animals, and
very cool.
Pretty neat to check out.
Did they know Joe Exotic?
No. Which, that guy's still in jail, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. What about do they know Carol Baskins?
I don't think anybody wants to know her. No, I don't know. And then we got a viewer comment from the Animal, who actually has a pretty good tip here. For the CA glue, wipe some paste wax on the tip, and don't just wipe the tip off with a rag. Squeeze out the remainder that's stuck in the nozzle from capillary action, then wipe them.
Okay.
Most CA glue caps also have a needle for keeping it clean. But that's a good tip, I thought.
So basically,
I like that.
You got your bottle, right? You pour it over, you squeeze out your glue, squeeze.
Yep.
You
turn it upright,
up, and now
squeeze out the air,
squeeze again.
Yeah, all that excess, wipe it clean with some paste wax.
Huh. Okay. I'll try that out.
Okay. I'm in for it.
Yeah. I thought that was a good tip.
I just think they need to sell CA glue bottles and like the same size bottles that you get like eye drops in.
I've gotten those before. Like Crazy Glue had like a little plastic blister pack, hard pack, and it had little like quarter ounce tubes.
Yeah,
nice.
And it was like single use. You just use it for whatever you needed it for there, and you throw it away. And I was like, that's perfect, but it was expensive.
Yeah. I remember when I got LASIK, they gave me like these little teeny tiny like vials of like eye drops. So like every hour you had to put some eye drops in. It was the most convenient thing in the world. You just like break off the little tab, boop boop, you're done.
Yeah.
It was great. But I mean, most of the product was plastic and not actual eye drops, but
yeah, true.
it was convenient. Well, Deric's been basically bed bound. I haven't been able to record everything. This is one of the first days I've like been able to breathe.
Oh, jeez.
And dude, I've never got congestion this bad. I couldn't
probably all
hear.
the smoke inhalation.
I don't know. I couldn't hear out of my right ear. It was like I was like underwater for like 3 or 4 days straight.
Really? Wow.
Oh, it was terrible. Just awful. And it's finally like out of my head now, and now it's just like all coughing up my lung and stuff. It's terrible. But I've had this video, my next video done ready to record. I have it fully scripted out. I got it all situated, and I can't record it because I can't talk.
Yeah, been there before.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
You did a pretty good job on this podcast. I think it'd be good tomorrow.
I'm hoping tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Friday.
Let's try a steamy shower.
Dude, I've tried it all, man. I'm not a bath guy. No, I've been taking baths too, but that's for the after show.
I can't take a bath for like a couple months. No submersion of any kind. No hot tubs, no pools, no lakes, nothing.
That's what I was going to say. No,
which I'm fine with.
But, well, Zach, you've gotten anything done while us lazy bums are just sitting at home?
Yeah, I mean, I did a soft launch my course this week.
I know.
Okay. How's that going?
It's good. It's good. I have not a crazy. I probably have like 100 people going through it right now. So I'm kind of gathering feedback, kind of working through, bugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I know we were able to catch just a few small ones and see teeny tiny things. Like I was like, "Hey Zach, it shows up as Canadian pricing for me." He's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like.
And that one took me a while to track
Figure it out,
down what that glitch was. Yeah.
It seems like it works now, though.
I've had one or maybe two people somehow successfully pay for the course, but not get automatically enrolled in it. So I've been doing like a lot of like behind the scenes, like how, and I can't even like recreate how they managed to do it.
Isn't that the frustrating thing, though?
Yeah.
It's troubleshooting tech stuff.
Yeah, it's like there's only two spots where you can like add this thing to your cart, and as soon as you complete the checkout, it should automatically. I was like, I couldn't figure it out at all. But it's these weird edge cases where maybe somebody's using a browser that doesn't have cookies enabled, or who the hell knows?
It timed out or something.
I had one guy email me, and he was like, "Hey, I paid for the course, and I don't have access to it." And I was like, "I have literally no record of you anywhere, like nothing, no transaction on my website, no enroll." Yeah.
And you're like, "Can you send? Do you have like an order number?" Like,
yeah, that's what I said. Because he said he paid with PayPal. I was like, "Oh, great! Can you send me the transaction ID number?" And couldn't find that. So I think what happened was maybe he thought he fully checked out, but didn't finish the process or something like that. But all these little things, like just going through troubleshooting all those problems.
It's the other thing you're gonna run into is people. Most of us have multiple email addresses, right?
Yeah.
People are gonna check out under one email address and then try to log in with a different one and then say that they don't have access. Why are you trying to charge me again for the course?
Yes.
Like, it's a different account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that will certainly happen.
You unfortunately will have a lot of customer service emails about stuff like that.
For sure. And it's like I kind of expected that it would come with it. I'm just kind of focused on trying to, if somebody comes to me with an issue, trying to find a way to fix it so it doesn't happen to the next person. Some stuff is inescapable, like it's just always going to be that way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The other thing I would suggest is setting up email templates. So what I mean by that is like, hey, how do I log into the course? Just have one saved where you can just go send.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good call.
And like I know you can do a FAQ page and all that kind of stuff like that, but
nobody reads that stuff.
No one's going to read it.
Yeah.
It's quite frustrating.
Yeah.
Course is going well though, dude. I think, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I haven't announced it in any video yet, so actually I have a marketing idea that I want to run by you in the after show. Yeah.
The Lumberyard Hangout.
In the Lumberyard Hangout. Oh yeah, it's Lumberyard Hangout.
There is no after show tonight because tonight is the Lumberyard Hangout.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight is the night. So we're actually going to end this podcast now. We're going to head over to the Lumberyard Hangout, hang out with all of our top tier patrons. Again, no after show this week, but we will be back next week with another episode and our regularly scheduled after show.
Absolutely.
So everybody, thanks so much for hanging out with us always. We will catch you next week.
See y'all, folks.
want to give a huge shout out to our returning top tier patrons.
Corey Duvall at Woodcraft and Honey.
Charles Averso.
Chucko.
Sorry, Charles.
Bill Burkle, WTB Woodworking.
Dadu said, yeah, buddy.
Building Creative.
Damon Pattison.
Joe Welsh at Delaware Valley Workshop. Bailey Thompson. The RZA, the Jizza.
Wes Muma of Wu-Tang Woodworking.
Wu-Tang!
Bingo bango, you're done.
You should stop.